bring out our next real one.
Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. 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 I see the way you are looking at me. Baby, is it true? You like what you see? Got a balloon in your hand, toothpick in the other. I wanna be your man. Call me Zap and Roger. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. The other girls poppin', they don't feel like you do. I'm feeling a connection, girl, this must be Bluetooth. Don't go too far, just stay in my sight. Don't break that heart, and everything will be alright. You're here to find love, not to pop a balloon. This is heaven sent from above. Need the key to your heart, no auto-tune. I'll make you smile, bring joy to your life. If you're around for a while, you're gonna be my wife. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 don't pop the balloon. Don't pop, 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 pop the balloon. I'll give you the life that you always dreamed. In New York and some jets, like a football team. You're gonna get quality time, plus some words of affirmation. It's all on my dime, gives an access service at any destination. Just don't pop the balloon, and we'll both be okay. You'll be my boo, and I will be your babe. Now it's down to me and you, and you still got your balloon. And that can only mean one thing, and this is just the beginning.
I'm so glad you didn't pop, girl.
Thank you that you did not pop.
I'm so happy that you didn't pop.
I'm so glad that you did not pop.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Don't
Yes, yes. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, folks. Let me know if you can hear me in that comment section. Let me know what's going on. Such an honor and a privilege to be here once again. Let me see if you can hear me. Check 1, 2. Let me know if I'm coming through, folks. Let me know if I'm coming through. You're amazing, Green Pastures. Thank you. Thank you. And I was about to give you a shout out. I was just about to give Green Pastures a shout out because we got a new member every time we get a new member. We are excited, elated, and ecstatic over a new member. Okay. So it's such an honor. Once again, we were just live the other night, but you know what? We have to do it again because Thursday nights with a real one is always a spectacular thing. Okay. So we are ready to hopefully see some real ones get their real one tonight. So I'm so excited for that. As you see at the top of the chat, there's pinned a link. If you see a real one that you like and you want to connect with them, why don't you hit that link? It'll get set up really quick, and then you can pop on with us in real time. This is called a real one, real time. So we want you to dive in and do what you need to do to get your boo. Okay. So thank you everybody for tapping in. We're still getting some people logging in. Thank you for those that are saying what's up. I see you and I appreciate you. You are a real one. I'm learning from you. We have some announcements that we have to make. So we're going to make those announcements rather soon. We got to talk about that tour. We got to talk about that tour. We are doing multiple states. We're doing multiple states. We're doing 1T1. We're doing 11 states coming up in about less than a month at this point. And I'm really excited because we have people from all over the country that get to possibly find their real one. Okay. Some cities I'm a little leery. After Richmond, I don't know what may happen. So I'm just staying prayed up and ready to go. No matter what may happen, I'm ready to go. So that's one announcement. And we got a few other announcements as we're ready to get this thing popping. Obviously, like this live. If you are watching live, hit that like. Please hit that like. You know, YouTube's algorithm and all that stuff. Just if you hit that like, then it kind of helps bump us up. So the other homies can be like, hey, you know, I support Pointer and I want to see him help people find their real one. Okay, we do have a challenge going on in the chat. If you send enough super chats, you get 2 episodes next week. Not 1, 2. And our members already know they get exclusive access. Some of our members technically have already seen tomorrow's episode. So they're going to be going back to the future tomorrow, checking out that new episode. So it's going to be a fantastic time. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see what happens tonight. So like I said, one more time. Oh, obviously, too. Let me throw this up there. Some people really make me shed thug tears some nights. I still want to go deeper, and not just for members either, but some people are still talking about Richmond. That was a moment. I don't know if I hope, and I'm keeping it real. I hope we never see that again. A Richmond style thing. But if we do, Pointer will be ready to rock and roll. But if you want to see us talk about Richmond, I want to talk about it. I want to go into detail about what happened after the cameras were rolling. But, just bless us. You see that Cash App, brothers get hungry sometimes at night, So make sure you support in that way. But even if not, Pointer still loves you regardless. Oh, my gosh. We just got blessed. Raya. Pointer loves you back. Love your show, Pointer. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, cute little doggy there. Cute little lady there. Thank you for supporting. You are a real one. Thank you so much. Man, these real ones are amazing tonight. I'm scared. I see a comment here about St. Louis. We got people signing up too. So I'm excited. I love all my people. I love them all, no matter their color, code, or creed. Jesus tells me to love. So I'm a love for real. So we're going to see what happens with that. So I don't want to filibuster too long, but I do want to say, again, there is a link pinned at the top of the chat. So if you're like, I want to see my real one or connect, then, hit that link, get logged in, and let's get it popping. Because if you pitch yourself, that's the only way. We got some treats coming next week in terms of connection check-ins. I hope you didn't miss today's connection check-in. I want maybe a few people can comment. And tell me what they thought of today's connection check-in. If you were on our last live, then you got a taste. You got to see what happened with that. It was unique. Okay, I was pretty disappointed. Don't want to share too much, but even in terms of people that were supposed to be on the other side talking about their experience, and they didn't show up properly. Yeah, they kind of broke my heart. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, you and Peter, I love the both of y'all. Cheryl and Peter, y'all are my real ones. Okay. Oh, thank you. A nicer lunch is always appreciated. It really is. Cheryl, you're amazing. Thank you for helping Pointer do what he needs to do to help y'all find your boo. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I came up with that. I'm gonna trademark that. Now let me just show y'all these tour dates. I'm gonna leave this up for just a few, okay? Because we're talking about Nashville. Okay, we're talking about St. Louis, Missouri. We got some excitement coming. Okay, so check that out. I might even play the song in the back just so that inspires some people to get ready to pop. Because it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Pop the balloon. Don't pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop.
So don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. We have fans all over that are ready to see this happen, okay? We're ending out in Boston, okay? Boston, MA. We going to Boston, Massachusetts with it. New York City, stand up in New York. But we're going to Newark, New Jersey too, okay? Philadelphia is supposed to be the city of brotherly love. So I want to help it for some, go from brotherly love to that eros, that beautiful romantic of man and woman coming together and making it pop, pop, pop. Okay. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with all the real ones. So excited. So excited for that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh man. People are asking, okay, if you're going to pay, oh snap. Thank you. Y'all are so wonderful, man. Oh, see, they're talking about some, okay. Let me just shout out to Catch the Wave X. When do we get the backstory and history of Pointer? Man, there's a lot to that. There's a lot. There's a lot to that. But since you added some seasoning, I will answer and say when we reach a certain number of subscribers, okay, some of you know all the work that it takes to produce something like this. And Pointer ain't got no queen by his side rubbing his head after a long day. It's just me and Jesus and all the real ones pushing on through to make this thing pop, pop, pop. So it takes a lot of work. So for all that work, it's like if Pointer's going to share the real Pointer, it'd be a whole little documentary style thing. To drop that, we're gonna need some more subscribers. So tell a homie to subscribe, Catch the Wave. If you want to catch the wave of what Pointer's all about, who Pointer is, then do that. And Oleda, you are a blessing. Thank you supporting you for the bad date stories. Oleda is a member. I hope I'm saying that right, Oleda. Check me if I'm not. But yeah, we the members are getting to know a little bit more. So like Catch the Wave said, a little backstory and history. The members are starting to see that because I posted a video recently just for the members about a very unpleasant date, and I'll leave it at that because the members are paying a little extra to know a little bit more about me. So I appreciate that, Oleda. You are awesome. Yeah, you're gonna get another one too coming up pretty darn soon. I'm just crying inside. And Peter, man, you and Cheryl are just the real one. Man, pop the balloon or find lunch. I will definitely find me some lunch or some dinner. Or some dinner or whatever the case may be. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, y'all are just real ones. Okay. We're still waiting. I'm going to just keep it real. We had a bachelorette that was ready to go. And of course, a lot of the times when we're ready to go, it's, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. We have a full show tonight that's ready to go. Oh, Raya, shout out to Raya. You are just a blessing. You are a real one. Just so effervescent and beautiful and always supporting. And we appreciate that. Thank you for becoming a member. You won't regret it. You're going to see early episodes. You're going to see exclusive videos and a lot of other fun that's coming your way. So thank you for supporting. I appreciate you. I just appreciate everybody. But Raya is a real one. I see some fun comments, but if you don't add seasoning to it, I got to be fair to those that do add the seasoning. So it is what it is. Okay, give me a second. We have our bachelorette who's, some people have technical difficulties, mainly when we're talking about seasoned souls, because I have a seasoned soul that's coming. So let me see what's going on here. And then see, I'm ready to pop. That's what I'm ready to do. Okay. Oh my goodness. See these comments. I wish I could respond, but some of y'all, oh, you know what? I might have did the wrong. Yeah. Give me a second, folks. See, some people are ready to pop, but I might have. Give me one. You know what? I don't want y'all to see me cry and see me go crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a little teaser of some fun stuff that's coming. And we're going to see what happens with that. Yes, indeed. Y'all deserve it. Y'all are the best. Oh, man. Okay. Some of y'all didn't see this before. So let me just give y'all a little teaser as we get our bachelorette, some technical difficulties. But give me a second. Let me get this pulled up for y'all.
We were in love, the happiest of couples. Did everything together, almost did the nuptials. I took her to Paseo, I took her to Rodeo. She never had to go to the bank, 'cause I'd give her my peso. I'd always make her laugh, always make her smile. always down to just chill and hang out for a while. I loved her, and I thought she loved me, until I caught her in my house, no blouse, with my homie. And I had my heart broken before. And this was one I thought I'd endure. But boy, was I wrong, 'cause when my love was strong, my baby was dipping all along. It was heartbreak in the third degree. It was heartbreak I just couldn't see. It's crazy to imagine, it's crazy to think. And I don't know why she cheated on me. It was heartbreak in the third degree. It was heartbreak I just couldn't see. It's crazy to imagine, it's crazy to think. And I don't know why she cheated on me. I was down and out when your love came in. My life was a loss, but in you I could win. You were more than my lover, you were my friend. We started together, never thought we would end. But you had other plans, and I wasn't in them. You were my light, but now I'm just dim. I thought you were perfect, you didn't think the same. You played my heart like my love was a game. And I had my heart broken before. And this was one I thought.
You know what? I just got to stop it, folks, because I start getting emotional. With so many things that took place at that time, and that's why some people were tripping about the vocals. I'm like, when you truly are heartbroken, you never know what may happen with those vocals. Anyway, I've got a queen that is on here. Some of y'all are in for a treat tonight. I appreciate y'all and your patience and your love for Pointer and a real one. But I'm not going to filibuster because I have a queen that is ready to find her real one. And some of the real ones, have seen this real one before. I'm about to pop her in. I hope you're ready because I'm talking about the one and only Liz. Liz, what's up? How you doing?
Good. I just got done swimming, so I'm ready.
Oh, you was in the pool.
You want to see my pool?
Yeah, show us the pool. Yeah, we gonna have, because Liz, some of y'all
Hold
know
on.
Liz is a real one.
Hold on. This is how close I am to the pool.
Show us what we're working with.
Can you see it?
Walking distance. Yes. That's basic.
Let me see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 steps. And I'm in the pool. Are you still there? There we are. Did you see my pool? All right. Hello? You still there? Okay. Did you see my pool? Hey.
Can you hear me, folks? Can you hear me, folks? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I see Liz. Thank you. You know what, y'all? Sometimes, we're just gonna get Liz back on. I ain't even go. Thank you, y'all, for your patience. Technical difficulties. Sometimes people start banging on the door, and okay. Anyway, Liz, you're amazing. How you doing?
Good, good, good. I just got done swimming, so I'm gonna do some karaoke this evening. So I'm ready to go.
That's beautiful. You're a real one. Okay, so I want some fans may not know you from you were on the very first episode of our season Souls Pop the Balloon. If you
Oh
remember.
wow! I did
Yeah,
not
you
know
were on
that.
it first. Yeah, yeah. So we had episodes before that with wonderful people throwing red flags, but you were one of the women. You went viral, Liz. You went viral. But I want to make sure that some people get caught up on how amazing you are. So share with us your name, your age, and what you do.
My name's Elizabeth Bauer. I live in Pacoima, California. I'm 50 something.
50 something. That's beautiful.
And I actually have a part-time job where I open and close the laundry room and the pool where I live at.
That's fantastic. Oh, okay. So you're just chilling and doing a little working and swimming and looking good.
That's what I do during the summer. That's what I do.
I love that. Okay. Share with us this. What makes you a real one?
Well, I've been myself for 50 some odd years, so I can't be anybody else.
That's right. You are you, and we appreciate who you are. Now, what are you looking for in a real one, Liz?
I'm looking for someone who wants to, be consistent in seeing me, having really good communication, and just hoping that we can have fun together.
That's beautiful. Okay. As you know, in relationships, you were in studio. You remember the hearts. Okay. And sometimes hearts get broken over things that you may not like. What are some things that you would break a heart over?
Chicken wings.
Some of you know who she is referring to. That was a very, very viral moment in a real one history. Some of you know what Liz is talking about. Anything else besides the bones or the wings or?
And mainly, the distance between us, it has to be pretty close because, I want to go to your house and you want to come to my house, but I'm not going to drive, 30 miles, not on the 405 or the 5 or the 101. Forget it.
Okay.
Because traffic could be a pain.
But what about, okay, I mean, your preference is your preference, but if this person really checking off all your boxes and you kind of coordinate a time where there's less traffic, maybe could it be?
Yes, if it was, yeah, you know what? I'm open to suggestions. And if he says, "Hey, this is not a good time," what's a good time to come over on the 405?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm flexible. I have no issue, reaching out and saying, "Hey, if this is not a good time, we'll make it another time later on or earlier."
That's beautiful. Okay. And tell us this. You kind of mentioned pooling and karaoke, but what do you like to do for fun?
I like to take walks. And I actually I like to stay at my house. It's kind of safer right now because of all what's going on outside. And there's a rec center by my house that I go to and, meet other people, and they have activities there. So it's a fun deal.
Just living your best life, girl. Living your best life as you should. You're a real one. And I'm so excited because, like I said, let me go over a few ground rules here. What's going to happen, Liz, is we have a bachelor that wants to meet you, the bachelorette. Okay. He knows you're a real one. He's a real one. And it could be, as we work through and get to know. Now, here's the deal, though. Just like in studio, as you remember, you technically right now have a heart out. Okay. Your physical heart is beating and it's open. If you don't like what you see and don't like what you hear, after you get to converse and talk and get to know, you're going to say pointer, pop. And then this is going to come up. And then you're going to hear this. Okay. And that means that the connection just was not established and it's going to pop, pop, pop. Okay. But if you continue to get to know the individual and you're feeling it, as the kids say, you are feeling it, then you're not going to pop. And then over time, I'm going to be like, okay, what do we think? Could this be a real one connection? If you say yes and he says yes, that's a real one connection. I'll even sponsor the first date. Okay. And that Sizzler salad bar dinner be popping, and that says, hey, trust me, and they need to sponsor us. They really do. So, Liz, without further delay, are you ready for your first real one?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to pop him in here. He's ready to go. He's been patient. And here, let's do it. Hello there, kind sir.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing? Thank you for tapping in.
Hi.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
Good. Can I ask one question before we get started here?
Sure.
Do you own a car?
I do.
Okay. Because the last two guys I kind of went out with, they didn't have a car and they kind of expected me to go pick them up. And I said, no way. So,
No, I have a pickup truck.
okay. So that's good. That's a good thing.
Now, kind sir, it's a little hard to hear you. Could you get a little closer to your
Sure.
mic? Just a little, maybe. And we see how handsome you are. We want Liz and all the people watching all over the world. You came fresh, man. You're inspiring me. Beer goals.
How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's definitely better. That's definitely better. Thank you, kind sir. Now, share your name, your age, and what you do.
My name is Tim. I'm 66 years old. I'm a retired chef, and currently I work as a school bus driver. So I'm not bored.
Oh,
That
wow.
is fantastic. Wow, but you kind of get to enjoy your summer because you're not doing all the
Summer's
driving.
on. Yeah.
Okay. The wheels on the bus aren't going round right now. Okay. Very good. Wow. Well, we're so happy to have you on. Share with us this. What makes you a real one?
I'm an honest person. I'm a regular guy. I like good food. I like going out. I'm okay staying at home, and I'm pretty active. So,
okay. In what ways do you stay active?
I do a lot of hiking, walking, anything outdoorsy. I'm all for it.
That's beautiful. Okay. Now, what are you looking for in a real one, Tim?
Someone who's honest, open, somebody who won't ghost you.
What is ghosting?
Well, lack of communication is
Okay.
is what I would say. Is if there's something wrong or something's bothering you, say it. Don't.
I can do that. Okay. I can do that.
Straight up.
When people go silent, it just creates all kinds of problems.
That's
You
very
start
true.
thinking all kinds of things. So.
Yeah. Are there any others besides ghosting that you're not going for?
No, I'm pretty open.
Okay. Now, in that vein, in relationships, there are heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags. What are things, Tim, that you're not going to tolerate?
I have in the past run into problems with kids that live at home with mom.
Okay. I don't have any kids.
Okay. Then you don't have to worry about that.
What are some other ones you have, Tim? Is that one of the primary ones? Babies?
Yeah, that's pretty much the primary one, and somebody who's active. Just can keep up with my lifestyle.
Somebody that can go hiking with you, not stay at the bottom of the trail.
Absolutely. I also swim quite a bit. So
yeah. So that was going to be my next question. What do you like to do for fun?
I have a handicapped son, and together we run. We do races. We run marathons, and we do triathlons and that sort of thing. So
that's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, he loves to do it. So he just turned 28, and
that's fantastic.
We're going to do it till the wheels fall off.
That's right. That's beautiful. Okay. Well, you got to share a little about you. You've heard already who Liz is. Now it's time for y'all to start interacting, maybe connecting. That's the beauty of this space. So, Liz, you are our real one. Do you have a question for Tim?
So you have a son, right? And he lives with you?
No, he lives in a group home.
He lives where?
In a group home.
Oh, a group home.
Yeah. He needs round the clock care. So divorced, and my ex-wife had passed away, so he lives. I can't take care of him full time.
Right. Okay.
It's behind.
And what was the last reason your girlfriend broke up with you?
To be honest with you, I really don't know. So,
when did you go out with someone?
I'm sorry?
When did you go out with someone?
Oh, my that relationship ended probably 2 years ago. I've had some dates here, and there, but you know, nobody I've connected with yet.
And like, what kind of date would you, if I said, yeah, let's go out, what kind of date would it be?
I'm a let's get to know each other kind of person. So I have a hard time going to dinner with somebody and trying to have a conversation while you're trying to eat dinner. It's a little awkward. So I do like to go get a cup of coffee. I don't drink, so I have no problem with going for a drink, but just know that alcohol is not my thing. And go for a walk somewhere out in nature, walk on the beach, that sort of thing.
So you live by the beach, or?
Yes.
Where do you live?
Well, I live in New Jersey.
You live where?
I do
in New
live
Jersey?
in New Jersey. So
in New Jersey? Way
yeah,
out east?
might be a little far.
Really?
Liz, is that gonna? What are your thoughts?
I gotta pop.
You're gonna pop? You're gonna pop?
How can we have a relationship if he lives in New Jersey? He's gonna walk over to my house.
Liz, now in studio, Liz, you were popping over like a 45-minute drive. So I thought that maybe if it was that far, you could pace yourself and get to know each other. And no. Wow. Okay. Wow. And I got
again.
The comments are going crazy. Tim is a handsome man. He's friendly. He's got a lot going.
Hey, you know what? If he lived 20 miles from me, I'd be saying, yeah, let's go out together. But he's living in New Jersey. That's a 3-hour difference. Because it's what, 6:30 now here. It's 9:30. He's probably thinking I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I'm thinking, hey, let's go take a walk or something.
He'd be ready to walk. He likes to stay active.
Little karaoke.
That's going to happen after I get done with you. That's what's going to happen.
Well, the heart has been broken. I did my best. But Liz, tell me this. Is he someone that's your type?
Yes, he is. I mean, I like that he's still physically active. And I like taking walks every day too. So I would, go on hikes with him also. But, I'm not going to hike all the way to New Jersey. It ain't going to happen. You going to hike over to California?
Actually, I'll be there in a couple of weeks.
Look at that, Liz.
But you didn't tell me that part. How long are you going to stay in California?
Well, it all depends, Liz.
Hey, give him my phone number, John, and when he gets to California, have him call me.
Liz, you pop once the heart is broken. Once the heart is no, just because I love real ones so much. But let me ask Tim. Tim, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, she's outgoing. She seems like a lot of fun. Somebody, yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
It was very nice of you to say.
Wow. Okay. Well, Tim, I told you your Instagram name is your username. Is that correct? That you entered?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So Dad to 3 fries. Now, Liz, maybe cover your ears, but ladies all over, if you like Tim, if you appreciate how he has presented himself, I've had him put his IG for a reason. You can slide in his DMs if he's open to that. And, because if he's wooking Panub in the right places, which is on a real one, then, I want to make sure he gets a real one, So we appreciate it. And at least it's new, Liz. At least it's New Jersey, not Old Jersey, not East Jersey.
Yeah, so the Jersey Shore. There's nothing like it. Bruce Springsteen and everything.
Thank you, Jersey girl. Sha la 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 la. Yeah, all that stuff. Anyway, Tim, we appreciate you. I don't want to hold you. I tried to get you a real one, but we may have you back, Tim, when we have someone who's more comfortable with a 3,000-mile distance relationship.
That's great.
You're the
Thank
best.
you so much.
Thank you, Tim. We'll see you again. Thank you. Great. All righty. All right. Liz.
Did you do that on purpose, John? You knew it was New Jersey.
Liz, I always, as we all grow, right? And some of my members know about some of the horrible dates that I've been on, and I'm going to share more with them. But you always want to be open, Liz, to new opportunities.
Because miles?
Okay, Liz. Okay, tell me this. At what rate do you think you should get to know someone? Right. So it's like if you first started talking, you just got their number. You might have met them somewhere out at the store. How what at what rate should you move to where even you're
Well,
going?
the first thing I ask is actually, where do you live?
You do.
And that tells me whether it's worth going to continue on with the relationship or to stop it. Because if he lives like 40 miles from me, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
So you're content with not finding your real one if they're too far.
Well, how am I going to get to know him? How would I be able to get to know this guy from New Jersey if I see him for just a couple hours? It takes maybe a couple of days to get to know somebody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So say, okay, if they were even 40 miles or 3,000, or it doesn't really matter, you talk to them first. Text, you talk on the phone. Liz, you remember back in our day when you had the phone, the landline, and it was connected and the cord was, you remember that was back in my time.
I remember those days. And they also lived like maybe in the next town from me. Oh yeah, he lived like in, just like, 10 minutes away from me.
Oh, but you got to think when brothers were in the military and they would send love letters home, they were in Germany, they were in Latvia and Lithuania and Estonia and still sending love letters home.
I never had that experience.
So it could have been right now, Liz.
What am I supposed to do, right? Oh, dear Tim, I had such a lovely day. Oh, I miss you so much, even though you live 3,000 miles away from me.
Yeah.
Sincerely, Liz.
That's beautiful, man. You're about to make me shed a thug tear. That's beautiful, Liz. That's that is the romanticism that is fading away in our world, because this instant gratification, you got to sometimes be willing to.
I'm willing, but I'm not willing to have a guy that lives 3,000 miles from me. 3,000. Would you go out with a girl who was 3,000 miles? You know what? This is the situation right now. If I would met this guy and, we would have gotten off and then I would have found out he was 3,000 miles, I'd have to tell him to leave right away. I would, because, I'm looking for someone who's going to be committed, who wants to stay with me, and I want to stay with them. And how can I do that with someone who lives 3,000 miles? I can't touch him. I can't kiss him. I can't hug him.
So is it, and this is no issue at all, so physical touch, is that your primary love language?
I like physical touch. I like nice kissing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. No, nothing at all. No.
But how can I do that when he lives 3,000 miles away from me? My tongue doesn't reach that long.
All right, Liz, keeping it real. That's not real.
Touch that one. I'm just not going to touch that one.
But you build it up, Liz, because just like Tim is going to be in California, you already broke his heart. But others where it may be like, hey, I will go that distance for you. And if we establish in person, hey, y'all retired, you have more flexible schedules. It could be, hey, okay, I'll come out maybe even once a month. I don't know. Y'all pinch and be popping. I'm trying to get there, but if it could have worked a slow entrance into a beautiful relationship.
Okay. Well, I understand. I know exactly where you're coming from, but again, right now, as we speak, as you speak, as I speak, we're all getting older. So time is becoming more precious.
True.
So, I can't see this New Jersey. I just can't see.
I mean, we have some people even commenting. I got to shout out. Well, yeah, I just want the best for you, Liz. You were on the show multiple times. I want to pull up some of your clips if I could, and just so we could all smile together. But it's not. I don't know if it'll let me. Give me a second. Let me see if.
Nah, you don't see it. Look at those.
I mean, we just loved it, Liz. You went viral. Okay, you had some moments that just made the show remarkable. Let me see really quick as we're on. But Liz,
do you have the one with the chicken wings?
Well, that moment, you and him had some words for each other, which was very interesting. Tell us, Liz, this, since I haven't seen you in a minute. What would you say your experience was like on the show?
You know what? Honestly, I something like that. I kind of went in with a blank mind, because that way I could, adjust to everything. And I just tell you, I had a blast.
You sure did.
It was a blast. I mean, all the women were, in the same position, and and these guys, hey, they had to. Some of these guys have to start stepping up.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not stepping up.
Well, even right now, because we had more bachelors that were supposed to come. Bachelors, if you see the link, if you want to talk to Liz, hit that link. Join the room and talk to this queen as we're pulling up, because I need y'all to see how electric she was on that episode. So I'm gonna get
Oh my
that.
God.
I'm gonna get some of that pulled up if it will do what it's supposed to do. But Liz, you are fantastic, and I want another bachelor to come on in and yap it up with you. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm looking you. Yeah, you were pretty aggressive with that. Now, yeah. We're gonna get there. Let's see if this will work. Let's see if this will pop,
Okay.
Liz, and then we'll reflect on it as we used to do. And remember, folks, for those that are waiting by, remember we have another real one that's about to log on and get it popping in here. But let's see if this will do what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's do that. And what? It's not popping. Let's see.
Gotta pop.
It's gotta pop. You did a lot of popping. You surely did.
Yeah, but I want you to think, when I was there waiting, I mean, all these women had to give their opinion. So I had to think of something also that was different from theirs.
Very true. Okay, but let's look at this. This was Chicken Bones. You can see it, right, Liz? Can you see your man Chicken Bones?
Not yet.
You can't see it yet?
No, but I know which one it is.
What? Can the fans see it? Fans, let me know. Comment if you can see Mr. Chicken Bones. Can you see it?
Not yet.
I'm seeing if the fans can. No? Come on, somebody. Come on. Oh, I think I see. There we go.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
You'll date me to the club with these.
That's pretty clear.
67.
Go to our last
Okay.
lovely lady. Name, age, why you pop.
Liz, 67. The only reason why I popped, I didn't feel any physical attraction.
Okay,
So it
that's
wasn't the
great.
bones for you.
The bones,
Didn't nothing at all.
no, nothing about
Okay,
the bones.
good,
It was
good.
just physical.
That's honestly good. I got like 3 or 4 boom, 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 but you said I just didn't.
It's-
Okay, I
That's
got
it.
you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
No, no, I don't think so.
What makes her not your type?
She's not sure. You know what I mean? I need somebody.
I'm not what?
Sure.
She's not sure of herself. You know what I mean? No. Yeah, and you just do a dot at me, but yeah, you're okay. Well, I don't think I could date you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
You're
That's
great.
All right. Let's walk it on back.
That's what we did.
Liz, that was wild.
Oh my God, I forgot about him saying that I was shy.
Yeah, and you look just like you're laughing now. That's how you laughed at that very moment. So tell us, what was wrong with the bones?
Well, first of all, when he told me that it was his 3rd set of bones, that's kind of creepy. And then he had them waxed or whatever you call that. I'm like, this guy loves his bones. I think his bones were more important to him than the relationship.
It could be.
Because he had 3 sets.
And he was like bragging about him. He was very.
I know he was. He was very particular about him.
It was remarkable. I'm telling that first episode, it was magical. Y'all were a great group. And I thought he'd get a real one because he was making it about culture. He was saying it was more indigenous kind of cultural thing. And, I let people come on. We've had people come on with no shoes. We've had people come on with 9 kids by 9 different women. Some of you know who I'm talking about. So it's always something, Liz. It's always something. Well, I was hoping another bachelor called in. We did have more bachelors that were ready to go, but let me see if one bachelor was ready to rock. I don't know, Liz. I don't know. Where's karaoke happening?
My house.
Oh, so you're hosting it.
I have my own karaoke machine.
Oh my goodness. You go.
I can get it set up in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, you know what? There was another moment of you that went crazy viral. I think it got 6 million views just about. So we're going to look at that too as we get ready for another real one. But someone try to come on and talk with this lovely lady. She deserves a real one. Okay, she deserves a real one before we have our next real one come on in a few. But we're gonna do that because Liz, this was a lot of fun too. This was a lot of fun. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. You should see it shortly. And here we go. Okay.
By the way, I had red hair when I was a little young.
Bad. The real one didn't connect. Let's go down here. Hello. Name, age, and why you popped.
Liz, 67. I didn't see any physical attraction.
Well, if that's the case, there's not much I can do about that.
Okay. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Not particularly.
Okay. What about her isn't your type?
Well, I just it's just something you know right away whether you're attracted to the person or you're not attracted to the person, and I'm not attracted to her.
Okay, that works. Well, let's walk it on back. We still have some.
That ended pretty quickly, Liz. That ended pretty quickly.
I've had dates that end up quite fast. So
share with us this, Liz. Share with us one of your worst dates.
Oh geez, I wasn't prepared for this question. Yeah. Oh yeah. This one is, I tell the guy that, hey, I'm not going to have sex with you on the first time I meet you.
Makes sense. That's
okay. So I said this to him on the phone. So he knew this, before he came over, and he goes, well, hey, can I still come over? And hey, if you want to, we can sit on the back porch, and talk or whatever, So the guy comes over, and then, he goes, oh, well, I thought we were going to have sex. I said, well, from the time that I told you on the phone to this time, you think I changed my mind? And I said, if that's the way you feel, you have to go. So he left right away.
Wow. Some of my brothers break my heart sometimes.
Yeah.
I
know you wouldn't do that. I know you wouldn't do that.
That's just not the way of Jesus. That's I follow.
I mean,
never did
I felt like I was really completely honest with this guy.
Yeah.
And and he had an opportunity on the phone to say, yeah, I don't want to come over. And we could end the whole conversation right then and there.
Right.
But then he started talking to me more, and he goes, hey, I'd still like to get to know you. Yeah. And it's like, okay. And
all ladies out there, of course, never feel pressured. And that's the beauty, Liz. You didn't give in, because some will give in. Oh, well, he seems like a nice guy. No. If he's trying to pressure, he ain't a nice guy.
He was all nice and talk. But then when it came down to it, and I told him again, I said, I'm not going to do it. It was like, okay, I'll see you. I'm going to call a taxi and go. And I said, okay, see you. I mean, I'm not going to force you to stay at my house.
No, especially when they're trying to force you to do something.
Yeah, I mean, but I kept on saying, but I told you.
Yeah. I got the receipts. You had the receipts.
Next time I'm going to get it writing. I'm going to get it in writing.
Or you could just talk with Tim for about, a month and a half, 2 months. And then when he's the real deal, then that's when meet up with him.
If, I'd meet up with him, but I think it would be more in the back of my mind. This is a temporary situation because he's going to go back to New Jersey. Because he's going to go back to New Jersey because he has his family there. He has his son there. He's not going to up move and come to California, and I'm sure not going to New Jersey.
I was just about to say, you might up and move.
No, they have snow there.
What's wrong with snow?
It's cold.
You turn on the heater.
No, don't make me go to New Jersey.
Liz, I'm trying to help you, Liz. I'm trying to help it so it don't pop. You got to help us.
I can't help it.
All right, Liz. All right. Well, you are the best, Liz. Do you want to share? Do you have, some brothers may want to, they might be a little shy right now, but do you have an Instagram that you'd like to share so maybe they could slide in your DMs?
Did I give it to you?
I don't know if you gave it, because it could have been your username, but if not, maybe we'll post it in the chat. I'll type it in the chat. What's your Instagram?
I think it's Elizabeth, then the underscore space, and then Bauer, and then I think it's _2.
Okay. I put that there. If that isn't it, folks, then just do your best to. We'll make sure we hook you up, Liz, because we want to make sure that you get your real one. When you came back, okay, I wish I could find that episode, because you came back for round 2, if you remember. You
Yes.
weren't in the lineup. You came out. Let me actually see if we can get that popping really quick.
Oh, when it was reversed. When it was reversed.
Exactly. You
I
walked out.
wouldn't watch that because, man, every time they popped a balloon, my heart was hurting.
Your heart was hurting. And I
It was hurting
remember.
because every one of these guys popped their balloon, and it was something that was like, give me something more substantial, because some of the things they were popping were so stupid.
But Liz, some would say, I mean, and the distance is valid, but at the same time, Liz, you gotta let love fly. You gotta give it a chance.
I want to give it a chance, but not fucking 3,000 miles from me.
Not bleeping. Yeah, no. But you know what, Liz? I found it. I found what you were. I found that episode, that very special episode. So
no.
we're just gonna look right before our next real one comes. I just wanna see what's up with Liz. I want to see what's up with Liz. Let me see.
Let's see what's up with Liz.
Yeah, because you were you broke some hearts this day. You broke some hearts this day.
Why?
My heart.
Gentlemen, right here. Name, age, why you broke your heart.
My name is Milan. I'm 61 years old, and I'm just not quite feeling it. I'm more of a natural guy. So I'm looking for more of a natural mate.
Okay.
Natural? I can't get any natural than this.
I'm not into the whole makeup thing. To be honest, that's one of my biggest turnoffs.
Okay, so the makeup is a no-go.
Yeah.
Excessive.
I wouldn't say excessive. I'm just more into natural women that don't spend hours in front of mirrors and have to be all shopping for their makeups and all this stuff all the time. I'm just like, I'm kind of more of a country guy that's natural, you know.
All right. Is he someone that's your type?
Not after what he said, no.
Okay. All right. Well, let's walk on down. Let's go. Take a step back for me, just so we're all okay. Great. Name, age, why you broke your heart.
Jeff, 66. She just, I don't know, doesn't seem like my type. We don't, I don't think we're compatible.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay. Tell me why. Why not?
Just physical, the physical part of it.
Got it. Let's walk it down to this real one right here. Name, age, why you broke your heart.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm in my 50s and purely age.
Yeah. I wouldn't go out with you.
Okay.
When you told me you were 50, forget it.
Yeah.
50s,
whatever. You know, I the lowest I go down is probably maybe, 61, but that's top.
Sorry.
We're going to find out why.
Oh, fun. I think I know what it is.
Okay. If it wasn't the age, is she someone that's your type?
Too little to know from no.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
I would have gone out with him.
Okay.
But when he told me his age, that was out the door.
All right. Let's go down to this real one right here. We assume we know.
I want to stop at Liz really quick and see, why would you not date a younger brother? And that, like, not, I mean, you just said tonight, even though some fans may notice a few contradictions, but you said you're in your 50s and he was 55. So what happened?
Well, as they get older, something else gets older.
Their brain?
No, you're going the wrong direction.
Their feet get older.
No.
It's hard to stand.
In between your brain and your feet.
Oh, I see the stomach. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, the stomach gets a little older.
Yeah.
So wait. So you said it stops working. Isn't that why you'd want a younger brother?
Well, honestly, I mean, I've been alone too long where I'm fine just by myself,
Oh, so okay. So earlier you said you like physical touch and like being intimate, but not that intimate.
Well, not that. I want to be intimate, but I don't want it to happen right then and there.
Of course.
I would like to happen like at least 2 weeks afterwards. I really would like to know the person before I went to bed with them. Yeah.
Of course. Yes. I'm still just confused on why the young brother that was right here. Why that was a no.
Just because they still think they still think they got it. They still think they can keep it hard, and it doesn't stay hard very long.
Oh, so okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna watch one more part, then I'm gonna let you go, Liz. You can do karaoke. You are amazing. Let's hit this.
So why? But name, age, why you broke your heart.
Yeah, my name is Suhir, and I'm just turning 60, so, and that's about it.
Is he someone that's your type?
I'm like wanting to know a little bit more, but yeah.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
I guess I'd give him a chance.
Okay. Because you said 61, but 60, there's not a big difference between 60 and 61.
Yeah, I'm flexible on that.
Okay.
I'm really
But not
flexible.
50s.
But
You're not
no, the
flexible
50s, because there's nothing in common.
All right.
There's nothing in common.
All right. Well, let's walk it on back. Let's walk it on back because we do have one heart remaining.
Oh my
We have
gosh.
one real
Yeah,
one.
I
We
have
have
one.
real one. That's feeling you. So, but we're not going to rush anything.
Now, folks, pay attention to this. Look at how this ends. Look at how Liz is very consistent. Liz, I love your consistency because watch this.
We're going to ask some questions. I'm going to just ask this straight up question. Why do you have your heart not broken?
I'm David. I'm 60, and I didn't break my heart yet because I just like to hear what someone's all about before I make a decision.
All right. That's honorable of you. Now, are you happy that he has not broken his heart?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Okay.
It's a rarity.
Okay, maybe, but let's find out a little more. Do you have a question for this real one?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the Los Angeles geographical situation. Where do you stay? What part of town?
I live in the valley in Pacoima.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
It's far.
How far is it?
Probably 45 minutes.
Oh, forget it.
Brought to you by
That was a good place for an ad to pop up because you popped. You and him both agreed to pop on that, Liz.
Yeah,
The distance. You just can't do the distance.
I just can't. I
Okay.
just can't.
Okay. Well, folks, our next real one is here. So we're going to transition from the season part of the show to actually, in some ways, a little more season. And you'll find out why with that wonderful real one that's coming up. But Liz, one more time, I put your IG out there, Elizabeth_Bauer_2. You are a real one. And maybe we'll have you back to where some more real ones can tap in with you.
Thank you.
You're amazing, Liz. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're amazing, Liz. All right, folks, thank you for your patience with that. I'm always down to give people a little more time to see if real ones pop in, so you never know what's going to happen. But I do have a very wonderful individual that's about to tap in with us. Before we do that, just a few announcements, okay? A few announcements. As you know, Richmond was insane. And if you want to hear a little bit more about some of the behind-the-scenes madness of what happened, you need to, bless us on that app with Cash App. Yeah, the app of Cash. Yeah, do that. We also have some super chats. If you supporting, send in some super chats, then that helps us out as well. Okay, well, without further delay, we're now transitioning into the other part of our show where we have some real ones that are just ready to make it happen. Okay, so let me get this brother tapped in. And ladies, remember, there's going to be a link pinned at the top. And we're going to see what happens. Let's do it. Hello, kind sir. How you doing?
What's going on? I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, would you share with the world your name, your age, and what you do?
My name is Sergio. I'm 41. I work in property management, and I'm a private chef as well. Chef part, that's my passion. I'm trying to make that to the full-time gig for sure.
And that's why I said this aspect of the show is just as seasoned as the other one, because you know how to sprinkle it. Yeah, just a little salt on that. Okay, now share with us this. What makes you a real one?
My upbringing. I think I have 6 younger sisters, 2 brothers. I grew up mainly around women, but it's my mom, my grandmother. I was raised in a matriarchal household, but just a really big heart, very compassionate, very empathetic, and I think that's what makes me real. Like, I understand that things happen in this world, and I take everybody at face value. And I got a big heart.
That's beautiful, man. The comments are loving you. I'm seeing some. I shouldn't show this one, but I will. There's somebody called you a dark chocolate zaddy. That wasn't me. I feel weird reading it, but they're loving it. Okay, now share with us this. Some of these comments, y'all take it easy. Take it easy, Sergio, in the comments. Now share with us this. What are you looking for in a real one?
What am I looking for? I'm looking for my forever woman. I'm 41, like I said. I've always wanted to be married. I always wanted to have a family. And obviously I don't have that yet, but I'm looking for a partner ultimately. Somebody that gets me, that I can get them, that we can be accountable towards each other. And that's what I'm looking for. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to play games. I'm looking for a real one at the end of the day.
That's real. Yeah, and that's why you're on a real one. You're on the best show virtually, so you might have some people from all over that want to tap in with you. In relationships, as you know, Sergio, there are heartbreakers. deal breakers, red flags. What are things that you're not going to tolerate?
Games, gaslighting, lack of accountability. I think communication is so key. And I think that's what's missing in a lot of relationships in terms of those games. From the male to the female side, baby, what's wrong? Oh, nothing, I'm fine. But she knows something's wrong. And I'm the type that can take that information and turn it into a positive. Obviously, relationships are work at the end of the day. I think anyone who thinks a relationship is easy is being delusional. And I think communication is the key ultimately to building a strong relationship. So just lack of accountability, that's the biggest red flag. That type of person that's never been wrong a day in their life, it's impossible. So
yeah. I feel it. The fans want to know, where are you located?
I'm in the San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, greater Los Angeles, but San Fernando Valley.
Okay. And that's why one of these days we'll have to get you maybe in studio, but you were like, Pointer, help me. So I was like, work for me, I'll help thee. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and finally, what do you like to do for fun?
Ooh, a little bit of everything. I snowboard, I bowl, I golf, karaoke. I love to travel, skydiving. Like I have an adventurous spirit. I'm willing to try anything once. Walks, hikes, going off road, and I got a Jeep, so I do that as well. It's like I'm an easy good time. Like whatever it is, I can have a good time just sitting at home in bed doing nothing. I can have a good time in the sky jumping out of a plane.
Wow. All right. Well, we do have a lovely lady that's ready to connect with you. Okay. So, Sergio, this is how it's going to work, just so everybody knows, the fans know, of course. If you were in studio, you'd have a heart in your hand, right? You'd have a heart. You'd also have a heartbreaking device. So anytime a queen comes on and you're talking to her, getting to know her, if you are not feeling it at some point, you would say, Pointer, I'm a pop. And then this is going to come up. This is going to come up and you're going to hear that. Okay. Now that pop means that the connection just wasn't there. The connection was not established. Okay. But if you're feeling it, you're getting to know her, everything's checking out. You're like, yo, man, this could be a real one connection. Then I'm going to ask y'all. And if so, then this comes up. And then it's a real one connection. Okay. I got my white people clapping for us. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. So if you're ready, Sergio, are you ready for your first real one?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to have her log on. Lovely lady here. Hello there. How you doing? Uh-oh. Oh, she went off. Oh, no. Maybe she got nervous. You're looking so good, Sergio. She'll come back on. Queen, are you with us? Uh-oh. Maybe she'll come on back. Maybe. Other ladies, remember, I put the link on top. Okay. So if you want to talk to this wonderful real one, do that. Okay. But I don't know, Sergio, you might be intimidating them. You know, they said dark chocolate. Daddy,
said no one ever.
You never know. She was on, but then she went off. So I don't know what happened with that. But we can go a little further as we have more. Okay, let me see. Oh, she was maybe it's going in and out. But let me do this. What is your love language, Sergio?
Acts of service. I'm really big on service. Both to receive service, but more so to give. I'm the type, if I see somebody broken down, male or female, on the side of the road, if I got the time, I'm going to stop. If I see somebody in a fight or getting jumped, I'm going to jump in, even if it puts me at risk. I've always been that way. But service is really big to me. Always. That's me. Like my name's Sergio. It literally means servant when translated. But I feel like I'm on this earth to serve ultimately. Wow. Any way I can. And I love to serve through food. So it all makes sense. It all comes together.
Yes. Okay, let me see. My queen might be back. Let me see. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, the connection a little bad, but how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful. Thank you for tapping in. Would you share with Sergio and the world your name, your age, and what you do?
My name is Shambria. I'm 30, and I'm a medical assistant, but I also work in housing.
Beautiful. Okay. Share with us what makes you a real one?
I'm a real one because I feel like in today's age, like don't nobody have morals no more, and I definitely stand on morals and principles.
Okay. It's freezing up a little. Is there a place you could be with better? Okay, that looks better.
You got me?
I think that's better. Yeah. Okay. Share this. So you're looking, that what makes you a real one. That's a blessing. What are you looking for in a real one?
I'm looking for honesty. I hate a liar. I'm looking for consistency. And just being open and comfortable. Like I just want to be, I'm a Cancer, so I'm real, like not superficial, deep, like under the surface type of person. So
Okay. I love that. I love that. Now, in relationships, there are heartbreakers. There's deal breakers. There's red flags. What are things that you're not going to tolerate?
I'm not gonna tolerate a liar. I gotta be able to trust you. I feel like if I can go to sleep with you and roll over and know that you were still doing what you was doing when I was up, I don't want to do that.
Understood. Understood. Okay. One more thing. What do you like to do for fun?
Everything. I'm a writer, so I like to write a lot. I like outdoor stuff. I am a boy mom, so I'm very like rough a little bit. I have little scars because I did a little speed bike, dirt bike thing. Yeah, I like to just be myself and be comfortable.
Okay.
Enjoy
Now
the person I'm with.
that's beautiful. You said you're a boy mom. How? One boy, multiple boys?
2 boys.
2 boys. Okay. And Sergio, just to clarify with you, you said, do you have children?
I do not have children.
Okay.
And honestly, with that, and this is no offense, I got to pop on that. I can't do kids.
Okay.
I want kids of my own. I want to start my own family, but I got to be honest up front.
Okay.
100%.
And that's the beauty, because he's not here to waste time. You know,
Exactly.
he's not wasting your time, his
Absolutely.
time. So,
Especially not for a mom.
Yeah, yeah. But if she didn't
Respect.
have children, Sergio, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Okay, okay. Shambria, is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, he's handsome.
Okay, okay. Shambria, just to clarify, your Instagram, is that your username that you typed in?
Yes.
Okay, so any brothers that are willing to step up, you know, and you know,
Like daddy. I'm just saying.
I like it.
you can slide in her DM. She put her Instagram, and we thank you so much for tapping on. Thank you. You are amazing.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right. We appreciate you. All right. Well then, Sergio. Okay, so tell us a little deeper, and you made it pretty clear. But why did you break the heart on a single mama?
Well, and that's why I say, and it's no offense. My thing is that because I have a little sister that has 3 kids, and I take nothing away from a single mother. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think single mothers. I was raised for a large portion of my life by a single mother, strongest woman I know. I'm 41. I'd like to start my own family, and just in my ideal world, I wouldn't date a woman that has, especially multiple kids. You know, one maybe, but you know, when you start getting multiple, because I know in my mind that I would come third, as I should, behind her kids for a mother, and I would want a woman that would put me third. But that's why I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
I feel it. Yeah. And it's like you said, it's worthwhile, and it makes sense that you would never get the top spot because that's her baby.
Exactly. And I respect that. I respect that relationship between a mother and sons, especially because our sons need their mothers. But it's just, for me, in my ideal world, that's not what I'm looking for at this point in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. I'm a repost, even though the link is tapped at the top. I'm gonna post it again just in case for those that may want to tap in, because a lot of people are yapping about Sergio and they're feeling you. Okay, but we're waiting on more. So, ladies, you see this handsome man that's looking for a real one, tap in with him. I'm gonna ask you a few more questions as hopefully more tap in, because we had some. Maybe I actually had 2 more in there and they just dipped, maybe because they're single moms too. So I don't know, some just disappeared. But hey, maybe some more will enter in and do what it needs to do. But let me ask you this, Sergio. When was your last relationship?
The last relationship, it ended about 7 months ago.
Okay.
7 months
you
ago.
Mind sharing what happened to where you still aren't with that woman?
She was great. We still keep in contact. She's still a really good friend of mine. It just our goals were different when it came to a relationship. She didn't have kids, but she didn't want kids. She had already been married and didn't want to be married again. And we enjoyed our time while we were spending time with one another. But again, like I spoke about in the beginning, communication is key. And I made it a point to where anytime something felt a little off or we're going in the wrong direction or whatever, we always sat down and had a conversation about intentions and goals and where we were going. And we both knew that we were looking for different things in the long run, but we enjoyed each other. And it just came to a point where, we both were looking for something more in terms of what we actually wanted. So we ended, it was amicable. Like I said, we're still friends, but we just knew we weren't right for each other from a relationship standpoint. And not everybody's right for everybody. So
very true.
No hard feelings. And like I said, that was about 7 months ago. So it's been focused on me, since that time. And I'm not necessarily in a rush, but at the same time, I'm 41. So I do want that. I'm looking forward to it sooner than later.
Yeah. And to be intentional with it. Right.
Absolutely.
We ain't got time to waste. Okay. I'm waiting on more queens to tap in. Sergio, they haven't tapped in. Maybe you couldn't have I didn't know there were that many single mamas out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you like pets?
Love pets.
Okay, so
Like-
a dog mom is okay.
Dog mom is because I got a dog, so our dogs could be friends or family, should I say? But yeah, I love pets. I'm big on that connection you build with pets. Like I have a dog. I used to actually have reptiles, lizards, and snakes, and I had a turtle before. So I'm all about animals at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us this: the age range of women that you're willing to date, because maybe some are like, "Oh, he's 41, he wouldn't date me," or I'm too old. What's the age range?
So I mean, that's kind of a multi-layered question because
break it down. I'm waiting on more ladies. That'll help.
In terms of age range, like ideally, since I do want kids, I would say 30s, mid 30s, only from the aspect of, a woman actually having a safe, viable pregnancy. I know geriatric pregnancy starts at the age of 35, and my stepmom actually had, my youngest sister at 42. So I know that it's possible, but it just becomes more risky in that sense. So in terms of an ideal age range would be that 30 to 35 because of the fact that, I want children. But as I continue to age, I'm starting to realize that I don't want to miss out on my forever woman because I'm stuck on the fact that I, want to have kids. So at some point, I have to balance those two things out in terms of being open to dating someone that maybe doesn't want kids or can't have kids or whatever the case may be. And I'm kind of in that phase in my life where I have to pick one or the other in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah. Could we ask, and the answer may be obvious, but why at 41 have you not had children?
Well, I always thought about the fact that I want to do it the right way. I've never wanted a baby mama. I was successful with that. But I always thought the ideal way was to date, to court, be in a relationship, get married, and then have kids.
Yes.
So I've always been very safe when it came to that in terms of protecting myself, my legacy, my mental, if you will. And I've always been very smart about how I move in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One of our real ones who is a member. So I do love reading members' comments when I can. They ask, what kind of dog do you have?
She's a pit bull and Australian cattle dog, a red heeler. She was actually a gift from one of my sisters. My sister knew I always wanted a dog, and she had a friend that couldn't keep the dog. And just one day my sister popped up and gave me my baby. And now that's my heart. I've had her since September of 2023. Ooh. So she's going to be 2 this upcoming September. So, I mean, as much as I know it doesn't make me a dad, but dogs are a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you get them from a puppy in terms of, obviously the feeding. And I like to cook. So I cook my baby rice and chicken. She don't like the regular store-bought dog food. So I do that. It actually works out to be a little cheaper. So I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
The walks, the dog park, the beach. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, ladies, he will cook for you. I don't know why ladies ain't calling in.
Oh, yeah,
This
I
man
throw
will cook
down.
for you. Would you want your lady to cook for her? Or are you like, hey, stay out of the kitchen. I'm handling this every night.
No, if she liked to cook, by all means, but I'm fully willing to take the reins in the kitchen.
Yeah. We got a good question here. Have you ever been married?
Never been married and no kids. Nope.
Okay. Is there a reason? Why did you have any previous partners that you could have wifed up?
Yes.
And what? Maybe not all of them. Why not? Why didn't you wife them up?
Why not that one? Honestly, and I mean, it's a little deep, but I told her, this particular woman, this was about 10 years ago now, but there was one day that I told her, she was very religious, very spiritual. And it got to a point where she told me basically I needed to get my act together when it came to my relationship with God. And, I did that, in terms of, here's the thing. I did it with the wrong intention. I was doing it more so for her, not for myself or my relationship with God. But I understand that that's what she needed and that's what she wanted from me, or wanted and needed from me. And I took those steps. I was raised in a church, so I have nothing against going to church. I have nothing against being in the Bible, but I did it for the wrong reasons. And I think she picked up on the fact that my intentions, being that they weren't purely for the reasons that they need to be, they weren't adding up to what she was looking for in her future husband. So, it just came down to that, to where she didn't feel like I was in line, in terms of when it came to the church, and she drew her line in the sand with that, and I respected it. And that was ultimately why we ended.
Okay. And that's valid. And that's valid. But you said you've done some work. So, and that's an important question we always ask in studio, because I'm still waiting on some queens to come in, but I'm not going to just keep you here forever, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why we're going to have you in studio. Since you're in the area, you can make a little drive over to our studio. But we always ask religion or politics, you know, and we don't have to get too spicy. But so in terms of religion, do you want a partner that is religious?
I would say more so spiritual. As a baseline, I have no problem if she is religious, because that's like, there's a story my mom tells me. I don't want to say story like it's a lie. But my mom still tells me this today. My mom holds a weekly Bible study, but she tells me to this day, when I was a little boy, like 4 or 5, there was someone in the church that came to her and basically ordained, if you will, that one day I was going to be a leader in the church. And this is when I was 4 or 5 years old. And that's always been something in the back of my mind in terms of knowing that I need to restore my relationship with God. But again, I want to do it for the right reasons, and I don't want to do it to fulfill that prophecy, if you will. And I want to do it when it feels right in my heart. And again, I don't want to do it to be fake. I've been saved several times in terms of going up to the altar when they do the calling. And when I do it the next time, I want it to be the last time in terms of being saved and living by the word of God. And I think a strong woman in my corner would only fortify that relationship.
Yeah.
And family in the long run.
I feel it. I feel it. Okay. We do have one real one, as fans are getting the attention, that is saying they want to come on and find their real one. Find you, actually. So they're trying to get on. We did pin the link at the top of the chat. So if you see a chat with a check mark, then that means that you could tap in. So I'm waiting on him, Sergio. I'm waiting on him. And then, so as we do that, let's just ask one more thing. I'm not going to hold you much longer. We just want to get in terms of politics, do you want a partner that is political, not political? How does that work?
I would say not political, but only so much and so that like politics doesn't drive your way of life or how you look at life. I think politics is really divisive, and I think that's the problem with it, especially with it being two parties. I think it's way more people that are kind of in the middle, independent, if you will, moderate, as opposed to staunchly Republican or staunchly Democrat. And I think with what's going on right now in the world, it just really highlights how divided we are based on a political party, when the people at the upper echelons of these politics could really care less about us regular people down here on the ground. But yet we take so much from politics that it shapes the way we think and interact with the world. So I don't want someone that's blindly, guided by their politics. And that makes sense. Actually, yeah.
So no matter who they voted for, if they're not a divisive kind of evil person and they're willing to talk it out, that could work for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I think discourse is where you I think when you can have an intelligent conversation with someone in the political realm and they're not so blinded by their faith to their politics, that's when people start to realize we are more alike than different. When you really start to break it down and have intelligent conversations and not just going based on talking points or one issue kind of voting type things, like whether it be abortion or whether it be Medicare. It's like, I only voted for this guy just because he is no abortion. I only voted for him because I don't think everybody should have Medicare. Like when you sit down, you can really see that we're way more alike than we are different. And that's why I think it's just sad what we're going through right now with the current political climate.
It's a lot. Yeah. Well, Sergio, I think I was waiting on, some were saying they were going to join. I did see 2 single moms. I guess they popped out as soon as you said that. I just saw them disappear from our meeting room. But I'm glad you were honest. I would rather, I'll keep it real, less content in terms of, oh man, I want more people watching, more time with Pointer and you, but I'm not going to waste anybody's time, and you're not wasting anybody's time.
Exactly.
So read your IG. They see it, you put it, but read your IG.
So it's S marks the spot. So my first name is Sergio, last name is Marquez. So S is in Sam, MARQS, and then the spot, THESPOT.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, Sergio, we appreciate you. Since you in LA, we're gonna get you in the studio. We're gonna get you a queen.
Get me in there.
Way more willing to come in person, and then they don't know, all your requirements. So
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see what happens. You're awesome, Sergio. Thank you for tapping in.
All right, thanks, Point. I appreciate you.
You're the best. Absolutely. We'll see you next time. All right, folks, we actually aren't done. because another king wants to find his queen. Another king wants to find his queen. So we're just doing it. Hey, if nobody else calls in, they're still putting themselves out there, potentially finding a real one. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's get ready for our next real one. I got a gentleman here. It looks like he's getting ready to rock, and I'm going to just have him pop in. I'm talking about the wonderful Brian. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing well, John. How about you?
Thank you so much for tapping in with us today. Would you share with the world your name, your age, and what you do?
My name's Brian Stewart. I'm 71 years old. I'm retired businessman. Even in my retirement, I like to stay busy. I've been a published author. I've written several books. International
Brian,
working on.
The connection's a little bad. You're chopping up. I want them to hear the goal that you're saying. Is there another place that you could go in your home or living space to get a better connection?
No. I mean, this is as good as it is.
Okay, maybe it'll get better.
The volume. Yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm working. I said, I'm an author, and I'm working on my 5th children's book right now. And I also working on a Christmas comedy that I'm almost done with. That'll be on the market within a month.
Awesome. Okay. I think it's important to know because we had a lovely lady on earlier who really popped balloons quickly over distance. Where are you located?
I'm in Western Kentucky.
Oh, in Kentucky. So we got people all over the country. Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now share with us this. What makes you a real one, Brian?
Listen, I'm very comfortable with myself. And I enjoy being around other people that are comfortable as well. But I know who I am, and I'm not. I don't try to. I've been around a while, so I've been able to work the kinks out and get rid of some of the strongholds that I've had in my life and the problems that create, problems in relationships.
Yeah. How about this, Brian? The connection goes in and out. Can you place your phone down? Can you place your phone down somewhere and prop it up, maybe? Because I think maybe the connection may just establish. Well, now you're. Oh, okay. Can we hear you? Oh, now I can't hear you. Oh, I think you mute. Oh, let me see. Did you mute yourself? Unmute yourself. Then you'll be good. Now it's a lot clearer. Unmute. Let's see. I think you're getting close. Yeah, the connection's a lot better. Oh, it was. Okay. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Now,
Right,
now you're looking better and sounding better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. As long as I look better, that's the main thing.
Yeah, because we want some real ones to connect with you, even if they don't do it here. I do want to make it clear it takes a lot of confidence to pop onto a live virtual show where you have people all over the world watching. So I understand if you are not willing to tap in. But Brian, we thank you for your confidence. Now share with us this: what are you looking for in a real one, in a lovely lady?
I want someone that a lot like me they're confident, they know who they are, and they're comfortable around others, and not trying to be or pretend to be someone that they're not, or someone that they want to be, but they just haven't got there yet. I like adventures. I love to hear other people's stories. I think I don't think everybody's interesting, but I do look for interesting people. And I try myself to be an interesting person and not necessarily share all that, but I'm more interested in learning from other people that I find, intelligent, sense of humor, those type things.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel it. Now, tell us this. In relationships, as you know, Brian, there are deal breakers or heartbreakers or red flags.
Yeah.
What are things that you would throw a red flag on?
One of the first things that would probably turn me off would be if she was wearing an ankle bracelet.
Why is that?
Like an ankle monitor. I don't mean jewelry. I'm talking
I really
about.
thought you meant jewelry. I was like, what's wrong with an ankle bracelet? Nice little blingage on the ankle. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I something else. I'm not real. I don't like smokers, and I understand their situation, but it just I quit a long time ago, and I just don't like to be around it. But one thing that bothers me in a relationship, and you find it sometime in friends or especially in relationships, and I'm sure that anybody that's listening has been in a relationship understands this. A lot of times people do this, and this makes me ill, and they will do something. They'll say or do something that is hurtful to you or bothers you or upsets you. And then when you react to it, that you get mad or you let them know that, hey, I'm upset, they don't focus on what they did to disturb you. They just focus on your reaction, that you got mad, you got upset, you know.
Yeah.
They, in a way, it's like, they redirect everything on you. And it just that really bothers me when I see people do that.
I feel that. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
okay. And some people may call that gaslighting. You know, they kind of manipulate.
Exactly.
They start
It
something,
is.
to
It
flip and
is
throw it in your face.
our projecting. You know.
It's not
But,
okay. Now tell us this,
yeah.
Brian. That's very deep. That's very deep. Now, ladies, I do want to say the link is pinned at the top. So if you want to talk to Brian, he is looking for a real one. He's open for a real one. Brian, share with us this. What do you like to do for fun?
I enjoy dining. I enjoy music, concerts, opera, orchestra music. I for my first time in my life, I went and played bingo about, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, and I thought it was fun, but it's not something I want to do every day. I mean, I like adventures. I like hiking. I like walking. I like going places where there are groups of people that I may see someone that I haven't seen in a long time. You know, and I like to do something different, something that's adventurous, and I also I like to do. I like spontaneity. You know, if I or someone says, "Hey, you want to go to this?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know, let's go.
Yeah. Just have fun. Just have fun out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you just got to pop out and show people, as some
Yeah.
people understand that.
Yeah.
Now, share
I
with us
also
this.
I like cooking. I don't like necessarily clean up my messes, but I have to. So, you know, but I do enjoy cooking.
Well, maybe if you get a lovely lady that taps in at a later time or whatever, you do the cooking, she'll maybe clean up after.
Well, you know, that's certainly a thing. But then I had somebody tell me one time that women think that men doing housework was sexy. So I was thinking about maybe doing some videos of me ironing, doing the laundry, you know, vacuuming, cleaning the shower, you know, all
I need
these
to do
things,
that
doing
too.
videos, and then seeing how many hits I got. I don't know. It's, you know, it's worth a try, though, John.
It definitely is. Brian, I say do that. I say
Yeah.
do that. Whatever you can do to make real ones recognize that you're a real one, do that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now, how about this, Brian? Some fans were asking it perhaps. The age range that you're willing to date.
I like women about half my age. You know, if they got daddy issues, that's okay too. You know, I mean, listen, uh, listen, love is love, but you know, it's got to be a spark. It's, you know, it's got to be a spark for everybody.
Absolutely.
But even though I'm 71, I'm very youthful.
Okay.
And if it wasn't for this, I would probably pass for 55. Not that I try to do that. I'm comfortable with who I am. I am, you know, I am what I am, and that's just the way it is. But I do enjoy. One of my friends says, "Why do you like younger women?" And I told him, I said, "Have you seen what women our age look like?" And I don't mean that to be hurtful to anyone.
You're keeping it too real. You're a real one.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it has to do with taste, you know. That's why Baskin Robbins has got 30 flavors. I mean, you know,
This
not everybody
man,
likes.
this man ain't playing. This man ain't playing.
No.
They got 31 flavors, and you want a 31-year-old. You ain't playing.
Well, 31 is a little young now.
Okay, thank God. Okay, so you do have.
Yeah.
So you said about half. So you said you're 71.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah,
willing to
so,
go
yeah.
35. That'd be about half. 35, 36.
Yeah, or somewhere between 35 and 50.
Okay. Now, just like you said you can pass for 55 if you did a little shaving or whatever. Say there was
Yeah.
a queen out there who was 65, maybe 70, but looked good like you.
Well, if she's an educated person, if she's fun to be around, and that's what I really look for. And I'll tell you something too. I like for people that are not like deadpan funny, but they can talk about something themselves, something that's truthful, and then I can see the lighter side of it and laugh about it and say it in a way so that they'll laugh about it as well too. I mean, I enjoy that. I enjoy having a good time. I enjoy others that give me material.
Yeah, they make it work.
But I like them that they've got a sense of humor. I don't want them to be hurt by it because I don't want to hurt people. That's not me. I'm not so interested. I know, like you asked earlier, well, what are deal killers? I'm not so interested in why I don't want to date someone as much as why I do. If somebody was talking to me or I'm trying to find out about somebody that I'm interested in, there's a spark or something, I'm more interested in what it is about her that I'm going to enjoy being around her, what I'm going to learn from her, how is she going to make me a better person? How can I help her? I mean, that's more important than trying to find out why you don't want to date somebody.
Very true. Very true. The reciprocity is important. And that's why we ask on the show, what are you looking for in a real one? What is going to make you pop in the best of ways, not break your heart. We did have someone trying to call in. There seems to be some technical issue, but a lovely lady was trying to get tapped in, but sometimes people's devices and things like that don't work, even like your connection. But now we got it good, man. Brian, you're spitting, man. You're keeping it real. I'm not going to hold you much longer. Your username that you input is your Instagram. Is that correct?
That's correct, John.
Okay. Now share with a few more things. You're in Kentucky. Are you willing to date someone at a distance?
Yeah. Unless it's something where that you have to call and find out what visitation hours are and all that. I'm not.
Okay, you're really big on visitation. I don't know if that's home hospital.
I'm talking about. I don't want to have to call a women's reformatory to find out when visiting hours are, and those type of things. That's I can't leave that alone.
Well, you know what? We did have a lovely lady that's ready to log in. And I'm so happy because the fans have been waiting on it. That's like you hang around long enough with a real one, we're going to help people get hooked up. So I think she's almost ready. Okay. I'll wait just a few more seconds for her then. Oh, okay. Oh, she's still there. Okay. We're going to have some fun, hopefully, Brian. So you're willing to date anybody anywhere almost, or just in the continental U.S., somewhere you can drive to? You willing to fly?
Well, like I said, I like adventure. I'm always like to go somewhere I haven't been before. Sometimes if I doing a book show, a book fair or something like that, I'll stay in that town maybe another day or two just to visit something that I find interesting there. Whether it's Louisville, or Indianapolis, or Knoxville, Tennessee, those type of things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get this queen on. It looks like she's ready. I'm excited because she wants to connect with you. So she's confident. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get this queen on. Hello there, queen.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing great. Thank you for tapping in, Patrice. Some fans better remember Patrice. We went to Houston, and Patrice rocked the house in Houston. Okay. So, Patrice, how's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. How's it going in Cali?
Everything's beautiful. Pretty much, always something pretty crazy, government and stuff. But anyway, Patrice, share your name, your age, and what you do to Brian in the world.
I'm Patrice, and I live in Texas. I'm 58, and what do? I create chaos. I don't really. I sell insurance. I have fun.
That's beautiful. No, you definitely do have fun. What makes you a real one, Patrice?
Well, I cook and I clean and never smell like onion rings.
And Brian may be happy about that. Oh, he might be. unless he likes
Yeah.
onion rings. What are you
You know
looking
what
for?
do you know what that means, Kentucky? Do you know what that saying means?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it mean?
What? Say it again.
If I cook and clean, but I never smell like onion rings, what's that mean?
Um, not really sure.
It
Not
means I
really
have
sure
a
about.
good job. I don't have to work fast food. It's
I
a
got you.
song.
I got.
It's
I
a
got you.
song saying she's an independent woman.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine was telling me that I'm really interested at this point in my life of trying to move on and find someone to for a relationship, spend time with. Not that I'm have a loneliness problem. I've learned how to take care of that, but I've got an urge to do that. He said, "Why don't you get a job at a fast food restaurant?" I said, "You mean like a drive-through?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Because then all your customers are going to be upset with you, and the boss is going to be upset with you, and the people in the kitchen are going to be upset with you because you can't get the orders right. You're never going to do anything right for any of the people you work with or work for." I said, "What do you think? I'll meet a girlfriend? Or you think I'll meet somebody at a fast food restaurant?" He said, "No, but you'll get over your urge."
I love it. Now, Patrice, now I do have to say, as some fans may remember how wonderful you were, you did get a real one in Houston really quickly, just 2-3 sentences. What happened?
Well, he called me like 3 days after we were on the show, but we didn't leave on bad terms or anything. We just didn't ever pursue it after that phone call.
Okay. Maybe some differences unspoken that just the connection wasn't there after the
Oh,
fact.
I think I told him it's you I really liked. I was
It was
kidding.
Pointer. Oh, it was Pointer. Oh. Well, you never...
I did tell him that's not. It's really Pointer I wanted. But
What?
I was kidding.
No, you wanted Robert. You wanted Robert, or you want Brian.
You're just so cute, Pointer.
You're a real one, Patrice, and I appreciate you for showing out. And that's why I'm glad you called in, because Brian is amazing. So I want to see if Patrice, share this. What are some of your deal breakers? Some of your red flags, things you're not going to tolerate?
Things I'm not going to tolerate. Right off, a house that smells like a dog. Number one, and a drunk. I want to be more real on here than when I was on the show, because my kids aren't watching this, so I can tell the truth. I don't want somebody with any kind of drinking, drugging problems. I want somebody who likes to go outside and play at night. I would never want to be with someone who doesn't cheat on their taxes, because I don't want a goody two shoe like that. And let's see. Give me some more clues I need to talk about. And for my first date, no one ever asked me. I would want him to take me to ride roller coasters. That's what sounds fun to me.
Oh, you ready to get on roller
coasters? Yeah, I like
Brian,
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. Okay, now
I like to be scared.
yeah. Well, Brian, and then he'll comfort you. He'll give you a hug and make sure you're not too scared. Yeah. I want to connect. So let me just affirm to Brian, because Patrice popped in and I'm so happy. If you are feeling it, Brian, you're not going to say pop. But if at any point, as y'all are communicating, with not much longer, as you'll start asking each other questions. But if you're like, you know what, even Patrice or Brian, you're not feeling it, you're going to say Pointer pop. And this is going to come up on the screen. Okay. And that just means that the connection it's not there. It's just not there. So I'm not going to delay anymore. Brian, do you have a question for Patrice?
Yeah. Patrice, I know he asked you like what you're looking for in a relationship, but tell me something about you that it could be an attribute, a characteristic, but something about you that you're proud of that you do not think that others give you enough praise for, attention, or that they take it from, it doesn't mean anything to them. Something about you that others just don't seem to get.
Most people don't seem to realize they don't have any clue to how actually a nice person that I am. That I guess that's something that they're surprised to find out, is that I'm a very nice person.
So you feel like people kind of overlook that in you or take it for granted and just move on and not necessarily take advantage of it, but they just overlook it. They don't like, hey, Patrice, you were really a nice person. I mean, and
Just
those
like
are things that we like
in
to
the
hear.
town I'm from, everybody knows who Patrice is. And so I'm older now, but when I was younger, I was very beautiful. And a lot of people just,
You're
they
still
didn't
beautiful.
look past my looks to get to
Yeah.
know me. And that's
Yeah.
why I say when they get to, they're like, she's a very nice lady. I'm a very nice person. I'm the
Yeah.
first person that's going to help homeless people. And I have a big heart. Another thing people don't realize about me is how intelligent I am.
Yes.
So that's the things I would say.
Those are qualities that I'm interested in, not necessarily someone who's like overly book smart, but someone. And listen, you're a caring, sharing person. I can tell you're talking about that you've helped work with homeless or poor people or whatever. And for the last couple of years, one day a week, I've been working at a food line where they give out things that come back from a grocery store. But I mean, that's who I am. I want. I don't do it for any reason other than it gives me an opportunity to meet some interesting people. Everybody has a story. Everyone has a story. And I'm a writer. So I'm always looking for a character. So when I'm writing a story about a person and I see that character in it, I can see him saying the dialogue that I'm giving him, as a character. So those are things that I pick up on and I enjoy it. But you're a caring, sharing person, and you said when you were younger, you were beautiful. You look beautiful and young.
Right. Right.
Yes.
He's happy about that. Brian's extra happy. He wants
Yeah.
happy days.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Well,
Patrice, you have a question for him because we don't have all night. Y'all can maybe keep talking on a little virtual date. But Patrice, you have a question for him.
Oh, what did you do for a living? You're a writer, but you look like a professor to me. Just wondering what
Thank
your
you.
occupation was.
I was a professional auctioneer. I'm involved in liquidation and salvage and surplus. And I also, not just in auctioning, but I wholesaled and retailed those items and did very well with it. I sold my businesses and decided to retire.
Does that work for you, Patrice?
I'm good.
Patrice, what's your love language?
Oh, good question, Brian.
My love language is touch.
Yeah, I'm a hopeless romantic myself, and if you were to read some of my stuff, you'd understand. But I did identify with all the love languages and understand. The reason I asked that was most of the time, and people don't realize this, but when someone uses a love language to show someone else that they love them, that's the way they actually feel loved themselves. So, I mean, that's what they identify with. So they think, well, if words of affirmation, that's what I want to hear. So that to them, that is the only love language there is. And that's the way they use it to other people. But not everyone has cares more about that than they do gifts or quality of time and those type of things.
I love it.
Well, I really enjoyed John. This is fantastic, man. I really done it, and I've met maybe possibly the one. I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Wow.
I'm always open to helping real ones find real ones. So that's my duty on this earth.
Wow.
So I want to see. So I'm not going to hold y'all much longer. I'm going to see if there are final questions. Let me ask this. Obviously, Brian, she is your type.
Yes.
Okay. Patrice, is Brian your type?
I think the distance is not going to work for me. I've been to Kentucky once. I did not like it. It seemed like it rains a lot there.
So are you going to pop, Patrice?
I'm going to have to pop.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
What? Patrice, don't apologize. This is
Good luck.
Don't
Don't pop the balloon.
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry. It was nice
Sounds
seeing
good.
you guys, though.
You're awesome. No, Patrice, thank you for calling in. Patrice, before you go, I want you to share your IG. So somebody might slide in your DMs that's maybe in Houston or something like that.
It's P Baby 66.
P Baby 66. Make sure y'all connect with Patrice. Yeah.
I'm about to cash up you some money, baby boy.
You're a real one.
See y'all later.
Awesome. You're awesome. And other fans need to do that. Patrice, you're amazing. Thank you though for calling in. You're awesome. And just it could have been. Thank you, Patrice.
Bye.
Have a good one. You're awesome. You're awesome. Wow. Brian, you were close, man. You were darn close.
Hey, listen. There you go. It's like I said, I met someone. I've got a friend in Houston now. Okay.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. And you might have a reason to visit. We just had a lady over distance again, Liz, who's amazing. She popped over it, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
So, Brian, one more time. We got your Instagram tag there, brian.stewart.505523. Ladies, if you feel bad for him, if you're like, hey, you know what, Brian deserves a real one, why don't you talk to that man? Slide in his DM. And he's a writer, he's an author, he's talented, and he's looking for a real one.
Yes. Thank you,
We
John.
appreciate you, Brian, so much for coming on. You're awesome, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Bye now.
See you, Brian. All right. Have a good one. All right, folks. Well, wow, we did it. We were close, folks. We were close to a real one connection, but we thank you so much for staying with us. This is a beautiful format, just because other people may not be, I don't want to say they're not confident, but it's a very unique setting to call in and potentially find a real one, and you're live in front of the world where hundreds of thousands of people will watch, right? But we thank those that were bold enough to find their real one. One more time, I just want to go over a few more things before we end out. We're about to close out, but I love y'all. Y'all are my real ones, and I appreciate you so much. Those that bless me so I could eat a decent dinner, I thank you so much for that. You're a real one. Of course, just like we had Brian, he's in Kentucky, right? We had Patrice in Houston. We are coming to you. Okay, Tim, who was on earlier, he's in New Jersey. We might ask him to slide through on our New Jersey day. That's July 27th. Okay, we're going to be in Nashville on the 18th. We got a bunch of fun that is coming your direction of the sun. I was going to try to be a rapper. You all know I'm not the best rapper, even though some remixes may be on the way with some rap. But we appreciate everybody for doing what they do best, which is being real ones. Okay, we thank y'all for keeping it real, and continue to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. We got to end out with just a little bit. We just got to end out a little bit of this track.
Pop the balloon.
But there was some popping that went on tonight. But that is how real ones do it. If you're not feeling it, there's no point to connect. I'm going to just keep it real. I don't like false connections. When I do a connection check-in, and it's like, oh, how'd it go? Oh, yeah, I just only did it because I was on the show and I wanted to talk to Pointer or whatever. I'm like, what? Don't you want to talk to another real one? Okay, the real one for you. Okay, so if you're going to come out, come out and pop out and do what you need to do. Okay. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. I want to give y'all know I love my live viewers that are watching right now. I have some treats I could show. Man, y'all are so great. I don't want to say if somebody blesses with a little extra dinner so I could get some hot sauce. Y'all sent some beautiful donations, but if I could get a little hot sauce, which hot sauce can be expensive, but y'all still deserve it. Let me see if I can find my little snippet I wanted to show y'all. I don't know if it's there. Okay, you know what? We gonna wrap it up because tomorrow, our members already know this, but you're getting your seniors. Your seniors are back in a wonderful place that you love so much. We had a lot of fun in this location. It was on our Living in America tour, and you're going to see some people that you love to see. Your seasoned souls, your seniors that we love to honor more than anyone else. We love them all. We love them all of all ages here at A Real One Studios. I see some great questions. If people added some hot sauce to it, some seasoning, then, I'm going to answer Melody. Melody, that's a great question. Melody, on the channel, there is a join option. It says join. Okay. And if you hit join, there are different membership tiers, and all members at different tiers get little blessings. They get little treats in there. As I said on Monday night, you got a great special coming up next week. Whoa, of course, yes. We got an episode tomorrow, but there is a holiday coming up. Some of y'all remember there's a holiday coming up that people love to celebrate. And you know Pointer's going to celebrate with you. So just get ready for that. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right. Y'all are amazing. Have a wonderful night. Remember, I want to talk about Houston. Ebony, you know it, girl. You know it. We could not do an episode tomorrow, Friday's episode day, unless like last Thursday, you know, it was Juneteenth. So we dropped our Black Excellence. Oh my gosh, look at my man, Peter. Peter, thank you. I'm going to get, okay, just for you, Peter, I'm going to get some fries with that shake. I'm going to get some fries with that shake. George Clinton said, do fries go with that shake? Okay, y'all are awesome. We're going to end it out. I just, you know, that song, I need to show y'all the remix, but it's not, I don't know. Just know this. Jesus loves you. And Pointer does too. Y'all have a great night. We're going to play the song as we vibe out. And y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great night. Don't pop, pop, pop. Don't pop, pop, pop.
Don't pop, pop, pop. Pop the balloon. Don't pop, pop, pop. Don't pop the balloon.